I in team, conform to the values of the team. Let go of your individuality and conform to my will of the team. I don't hear that a lot. When in actuality, one of the hidden secrets to a great team is that the strength of a team lies in its differences. And each difference is you and how you allow your individualism to show up. Is your I in service? Does your I contribute to the family, the community, the planet? Not for the recognition, but rather because it's needed. And I want to do this because it's my passion. Or is it really about your me? So just a reminder, so before Gary jumps in, is that we have a new playlist on YouTube. It's called Time Clips. They're short little segments that we take from the live streams and we take them from the rabbit hole just to give you little snippets of what's going on. So check out our new YouTube channel. You can find it real quick at hackingtheinfinitymatrix.com/YouTube. Awesome. Gary, what's going on, man?
Hey, Ross. Well, I don't know about you, but I often feel it is really about me. I've always questioned the concept of one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. And, I thought, well, if that's true, then what if it's one really awesome apple that ripens the whole tree?
Oh, nice.
I mean, think about that. I mean, that's just, if you think about it, that's just as much a possibility, isn't it? I mean, it's just as much a possibility. Why have so many people given into the negative result being more acceptable?
Yeah, sadly.
But that's just me, right? That's me and my infinity thinking, rambling a little bit. I'm sure I'll do a little bit more rambling later on. For right now,
there's a lot of.
For now, I want to welcome you all to Hacking the Infinity Matrix live stream, episode 45. There is an I in team. You just have to find it. Okay, and today we explore the idea. There is always an I in team, and it's always the variable that determines the outcome or results of that team. Now, when we're talking team, it could be you and your spouse, it could be you and your family, it could be you and your coworkers, it could be you and your ball team. It all of those things are included in this. So stick around for a fun stream today, and let's start with go ahead and telling us in the comments where in the world you are listening from. We love to see, we're just trying to see if there's, we got people, Ontario, nice.
Very cool.
Comment in the comments. We'd love to know where around the world are reaching. And, if you even if you haven't done it before, just go ahead and tell us where in the world you're tuning in from. If this is the first time with us, please let us know by dropping a hashtag first time in the comments. And then during the stream, if you like the content, hey, give us some emojis, give us some, little rah hooray stuff.
Show the love, come on.
Share the emoji love. It'll be greatly appreciated if you do that. Also, if you let us know in the comments, throw some questions in there, emojis. We do get back to them and respond after the streams, and try to get back to almost everyone that we can. If you think, say again.
I'm just reading some of the comments. We got Zol from Hungary, nice. Alaya from Spain, Colette from Scotland,
Amy from Vancouver,
Maggie, Central Florida, nice. AG, Central Europe. AG, where is Central Europe? I haven't heard of that country. Hey, I'm in a mood.
And a bunch of first times too. And Athens, Greece. Awesome.
That's very, very, very cool.
Great.
I love our global reach. I really do. It just
And if you think people that you know might enjoy this, please do share and even tag those people so they get notification.
Yeah.
Don't be shy. Please be active, an active part of the community with those simple actions. We don't want bench warmers here. We want people that are in the game, that are here to really learn how to hack the infinity matrix and make a difference in their life as well as others. So thanks in advance for all of you who choose not to sit on the sidelines and actually participate during the streams. We have deep gratitude for you. It really drives us and gives us extra boost and motivation. So how many of you have ever heard the statement, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch? Okay, and used more as a term applied to teams of people. Okay, the actual physical apples themselves, yes, there's some chemical reactions why that happens, but when we're talking about people, if you've heard the statement, one bad apple spoils the whole bunch, go ahead and let's have some fun and find an apple emoji. I'm sure there's one out there, and drop it in the comments along with the location, so we see how far across the globe this statement has traveled and impacted people. All right, so just drop find the apple emoji. There's got to be one, I'm sure there is, or fruit. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you don't like apples, put a
There
pear.
we go. There's a few now. Great. Because by the end of the stream, we are going to blow that apart and hopefully reconstruct a more resourceful statement that you create on your own, but a more resourceful statement that honors the hidden I in every team. All right, so let me kick it off with the idea that maybe it only takes one great apple to ripen the whole tree. I mean,
absolutely,
when you look at the humans who have left a definite impact through their selfless acts, like Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., and many others throughout history, the one thing they all had in common was that they did not, and in no way were they willing to compromise who they were, what their passion and what their purpose was under any circumstance. And because of them holding strong to that because of that resolve, the team we call humans on the planet felt their impact and rose to higher levels of vibrations because of them. In fact, one could say that those individuals were evolutionary catalysts that triggered a consciousness singularity. Whoa, wait a minute, Gary. Consciousness what? Well,
singularity who?
Yeah, it's a much bigger concept and topic than we have time for today as far as consciousness singularity, but we did see that there was a bit of a buzz on the Facebook page around this topic, so we thought we'd start start with consciousness singularity on the Down the Rabbit Hole segment on Saturday. So for those of you who don't know, we do have a Saturday morning segment, 8 a.m. PST, where we do a segment called Down the Rabbit Hole. And basically it's us talking about whatever wherever the conversation goes. Okay. And you are completely welcome. Everyone is welcome to join us. It's simple. It's just a register for a Zoom. Let me just get that up here. You just register for the Zoom call at hackingtheinfinitymatrix.com / it's coming up on the screen / rabbit hole. Okay. And when you register there, you will get the link sent to you in your email. Just jump on the Zoom on Saturday morning and 8 a.m. PST and join in the conversation with us. Let's just jam on any kind of topics that whoever's there brings up or that we feel like talking about. It's really an opportunity to have some real stimulating, thought-provoking, and consciousness conversations with like-minded people. It's a blast, and we'd love it for you to join us. Let me just throw it in the comments here as well, so you all see it in the chat. And you can just go there and register, and we will see you on Saturday. And we'll start the conversation. And hold on, I just got a notification that it said one of our streams has stopped. Okay, maybe
We're
Mr.
still live on the page.
It was on one of the Facebook streams.
Yeah, we're still live on the page, so we're good.
Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's you guys are welcome to join us. I dropped the link in the comments, and we'll start off with with that topic, because it's been a kind of a buzz. Consciousness singularity. I do talk a little bit about it later as well, to kind of wrap your head around what that could possibly be.
Yeah, exactly.
So is there really an I in team, Ross?
Well, so let me ask you a question before I go there. So which do you think is the strongest attribute of a person? The I or the me? So as we progress, you're either creating a team or becoming part of a team. You must understand that you, as part of the I of the team, is the most important part. It is the most important part because I is the most important part of you. Now, just because you're part of a team doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be the leader of the team. But you do have to be the leader of that part of the team, your I. So there's a very common phrase that comes to mind: lead by example. Now, it comes down to defining your own meaning of lead, team, and I. And we're going to focus mostly on the I. So there are many people on this call who don't consider themselves leaders. So you just want to follow or be involved. And because you don't want the responsibility or the time commitment of leading. And that's fine. Perfectly fine. However, when you are leading by example, you are leading a behavior, not a team. You're only leading yourself, your standards, your pride, your integrity. So for example, there's 5 of you on a team and you all have a common goal of that team. Now, everybody is kind of wandering around the room, bumping into the walls, waiting for instruction from the assigned leader. Nobody wants to be the first one to to step up or come up with an idea or begin taking action. This is where you lead by example. You're not taking control nor leading the team per se, because your integrity is. It's leading your behavior because it's just who you are. In other words, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it right. Since I'm here, I might as well do the best I can. And how I do this now is how I do everything else in my life. These are the foundational ideals of an I. So what it does is set you apart and above the others as a forerunner of behavior and action, but not necessarily a leader of the team, of any team really. However, you are raising the bar for the actual leader. So let's say when you're in a family setting, the same thing applies. And we've all heard, do this because I said so. When it should be, do this because I'm setting the example by doing it beside you. So is everybody with me? Can everybody relate to me? Give me a thumbs up down below. Yes, no, I've been there. I'm doing that. Just let me know if we're all on the same page. So when you are within any type of a family or a business setting with this type of attitude and behavior, people notice. And some will throw out their snide remark, while others will just be impressed. Well, even others will feel guilty about their own inaction and try to put you down because you have, by behavior and action, raised yourself above them. And their own insecurities will take over and try and pull you down. But they can't push you down because you're already have risen above them. So they're going to do all they can, just like, oh, you're just, you're just brown nose and you're just trying to get points and all this kind of stuff. And all that is whatever. We've talked about this type of person in many of our other programs, and we call these types of people sentinels. They are the guardians of the gate of their own subconscious. They guard the gates of their own by putting you down or razzing you or whatever the case may be. While in some cases, this can be out of love or jest, and you'll know the difference, but mostly it's out of jealousy, insecurity, and despair. What you are, you're showing yourself to be better than them. Or it's out of laziness because you're setting the bar higher for them to achieve. Thus, they have to work harder. And as we've said before this, just you take those people and you just shrug them off because it's not you that's the problem. It's them. It's them. Do not let them pull you down. Like I said, they can't push you down because to push down means that they're above you, pushing you down. Really understand that when you start to kind of see this in your mind, you're like, oh, that person's trying to pull me down to their level.
And in a way, it's kind of like them trying to be their I in team, right? So the I in team doesn't have to be, it can sway things either on the negative side or the positive side.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. There's nothing better than being the first to move forward and start setting that example, and then somebody gets right back right next to you, just like, yeah, let's just do this. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, because now you have two eyes that are going, we're in connection, we're resonating with each other. So for easy absorption and retention of this subject, I'm going to reference the I as inspired action impact. So we take one eye, inspired impact. So now you have two eyes. Okay. So what is your greatest inspired impact to the world? This is what you do on a regular basis because it's within you. You do it for free. You do it regardless of the recognition. You do it because it's simply you. Comment below. What is it that you like to do? What is your gift to humanity? Something you do on a regular basis. Okay, and it can be anything. There's no right or wrong answer. This is you. Okay, inspired impact is recognized as your ability to affect in many ways the whole of your world. Even physiologically, now you are beginning to connect to a global consciousness. That's kind of why you're here. No longer are you isolated in terms of towns and cities, states, or even nations. This live stream is touching thousands of souls across the globe. It's a perfect example. It's why we love it. It's why we want to find out where you're from. So as borders begin to overlap, societies and cultures are now starting to cross over, merging, blending, finding the infinite potentiality coming to bear of a one planet, one people. So you ask, how does my I have to do with the uniting of a global community? I'm a small piece to such a gigantic endeavor. And for that, I'll answer, all floods start with a single drop of rain. All hurricanes begin with a single whisper of the wind. And a butterfly's wings can start a tropical storm with a single flap of their beauty. And as does these, so does your eye in the daily use of the formula. Your daily thoughts and beliefs combined with action, you are the mighty drop of rain. You are the whisper in the wind. All of this, all of you, makes you far more of a unified, far more of a globally thinking person ever in history. Even the thoughts creates an effect in your non-physical consciousness, linking all of us together within the infinity matrix. So yet again, you have a choice before you. This sequence becomes an integral part of the universal mechanism. And as we delve into the concept of service to self, the me, as opposed to the service of others, the I, it can be perceived as a form of duality, yes, okay, but it's really just a perspective of values. Service to self becomes a separated paradigm, as opposed to those who value that service to others are experiencing, all while understanding the idea from a more positive direction, because they look at all of this as a whole system and already realize that service to others is service to self, because no one can or should be left out. So when you mark down in the comments what it is that you do for others, it made you feel good, made you feel whole. So aren't you already taking care of yourself at the same time while taking care of others? So it's more comprehensive, all encompassing. So we're all immersed in a sea of an electromagnetic energy that surrounds and permeates the universe. Being engulfed in this sea of energy is what allows us to be in touch with each other on several levels of consciousness. So let's now imagine you've joined or created a small team of inspired impact innovators. You see what I did there? That's 3 eyes. Now you're not one drop of rain. You are many, all sharing the same integral values of I, moving ever forward towards a brighter, vast reality, uniquely designed by you, empowered by the unstoppable force of a single I.
Yeah. Now, I don't want to suggest to everyone here that simply listening to the words that we use could possibly trigger inner transformations, maybe make adjustments and improvements to your ability to consciously and unconsciously hack the infinity matrix. But if such a suggestion were made, I wonder how closely you'd be listening for those transformations as they occur. So let's imagine a world where someone like you, in fact, just like you, could easily find a place of peacefulness where your mind just opened up to the awareness and understanding that there is a powerful, all-knowing, all-healing, all-deserving spirit within each and every one of you. I mean, imagine that. Imagine that being the world that we walk around knowing that every eye out there has that awareness, has that understanding. And if we could allow that special eye inside the opportunities it needed to overcome obstacles, to improve the direction of your life, and honor the truth of what you are most passionate about from moment to moment. That's an exciting and a scary proposition for some people. Okay, because it's when you connect with that total self, and self, again, for us, when we say it, is spiritually evolving life force, SELF, right? When you connect with that total self, that you can experience your inner birthright of joy and happiness and abundance and success, health and confidence. What if we all stepped into a reality where every one of us made it critically important to understand and accept that you are worth it? Where each and every eye on the planet connected with their own truth and knew that they came to this reality on this earth in this time with this team of 7.8 billion humans with as much right to love, joy, happiness, success, confidence, and abundance as any other person here. Think about it. I mean, what you all need to understand is that you are a very important, as Ross said, a very important and vital part of creation. And you are here for a purpose, not just on this planet, just randomly. You're here. You're within, also within the universe. So look in the mirror, or as we labeled in the last week's live stream, in the me-ror, and say to your reflection, I am here because I'm special, just as I am right now, with nothing to fix. Too many times we get told that we're broken, and we got to go out and fix this. You don't. You are perfect just the way you are. Right here, right now. Connect with that message and send that to yourself, your spiritual evolving life force. Now, I realized many years ago that no matter how bad I had it in life, and I grew up with some challenging times, right, as many people, no matter how bad I had it, there was always someone else who had to deal with conditions and circumstances that were worse than mine. And so it was important for me to always acknowledge that no matter what was happening, my life is good. Right? And to come from that place, it's like existing meant that the creative power of this universe gave me a stamp of approval. And I've been completely accepted for who I am right now. Otherwise, I wouldn't exist. And so while I exist, the opinion or judgments of others is truly unimportant, because they can only see me in the past. My present is reserved for me. And the future is my passion and purpose, calling me into more and more of the evolved versions of myself. So today, mark on your calendar as a personal, what you would think about yourself right now as important, as a consciousness singularity. We talked about it earlier, right? It's your consciousness singularity day. Let's stamp it on the calendar, right? A day when you no longer remain attached to the past that doesn't serve you. And from now on, you only think about who you are in this moment. What excites you the most in this moment, what you are capable of doing in this moment that excites the core of who you are. And remember, you are you, a super significant I. You are unique. You have a purpose to fulfill by living your passion in your own special way, moment by moment, on the path you call destiny. And this is how your confidence in who you are will grow. It'll grow and grow every day. You'll find your self-esteem gets hardwired into your DNA, and a natural self-acceptance and self-reliance starts to flow through your veins so that you enjoy life more and you accomplish things a past you wouldn't have believed was possible. So what if you develop that habit? The habit of making wise decisions based on following your passion. What if we taught the younger generation from an early age that they should follow the things that are of the highest vibration in alignment with what they are passionate about? That's how we start to step into this new singularity. Of course, it would be easier to pass this on if you, being the special I in the team of humanity, if you were living this as your truth, just like Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., and all those others throughout history that have created an impact.
Exactly.
Setting an example by actions, not just words. Right? And this is how you find the I in team, whether it's 7.8 billion or just a family team of two. The most consistent and congruent I in team, in any team, will be the one who dictates the reality the team or teams step into an experience. So what we are asking you to do today is find that I, nurture it, allow it to shine, commit to meeting to meeting every challenge in life with confidence, with courage, with clarity, with creativity, from a place of empowerment. And do whatever you can to let the creator within emerge and artfully design the reality you desire. So how do you do that? Well, just keep showing up. Keep showing up to these streams. Refuse to be a bystander. Become an active participant in this game, in this role, in this reality we call reality. Be an active participant who takes the info and the hacks we deliver on a weekly basis. Now we're 45 now. Take the info and the hacks and implement them. I mean, actually implement stuff, right? Implement it into your life, into the real world infinity matrix to see how this stuff works for you. See if it holds any water, right? Plus, you can jump into our Saturday morning segments, down the rabbit hole, right? And engage in some reality expanding, consciousness stimulating conversations again and again and again. Right? It's Saturday mornings, 8 a.m. PST, on a live Zoom call. We've dropped the link. I'll drop it again. hackingtheinfinitymatrix.com/rabbit hole. Put that in there. Bam. That should go out to everybody. You can register there. You'll get the Zoom link sent to you. Jump on the call and let's all actively work towards growing a stronger community, a stronger team by being willing to learn and committed to implementing until we get the reality we all want.
Gary, I think I think what we've done and the way that we've created this entire process is we've kind of removed a lot of the excuses that people are used to using. We've broken a lot of the habits. So, what we've done is we take Thursdays and we offer you information, okay? And we offer you hacks and we offer you techniques. And then 2 days we give you 2 days to kind of work with them a little bit. And then we're back on Saturday going, do you have any questions? This isn't like putting a book up on the shelf and letting it collect dust. All of the stuff that we are showing on our live streams and on Rabbit Hole are designed simply for you, because we want you to learn from these and implement them so that you can simply be better. And sometimes it's just one little shift is all you need, just a little oomph. So do it.
Yeah, and it's we're not the only ones out there talking about this stuff. I mean, it's we're delivering it in our flavor, but Dr. Bruce Lipton, the list goes on, right? I mean, it's not just us. So it's a matter of now taking the stuff that you're getting and implementing it, right? Dr. Joe Dispenza. I mean, the even going way back to old school Deepak Chopra. I mean, he's not old school now. I mean, he is kind of, but he's not. I mean, he's still.
Sorry, doctor. Sorry.
I'm old. Dr. Wayne Dyer. So, I mean, there's all these other beings out there that have been a significant I in humanity. Tony Robbins. There's so many of them out there, and they are not. While they've taken specific actions that are different from the masses, they're not different from the masses. What you have is just as powerful as what they have.
Right.
And that's what we want to get across today, is that's where you find the I in team. You find you at your core. Let that shine. Let that be the guidance for your day-to-day thoughts, actions, behaviors, contributions. And let's actively all get together on the team of transformation of this planet, because we are at a cusp, I believe. I think that we're in a place where
I believe so.
It's unlike anything in our history, where it's more and more important for us to really tap into that as human beings, and to let that be at the forefront instead of all the other stuff that's trying to get there.
It's time to live our story, your story, and not someone else's. Your reality, not theirs, because theirs is not, in most cases, not all, but most, is going to be not in service of you.
And you can observe it's not in service of you it can be in service of you in a way that it can be an example of what you don't want. I mean, that
exactly
service.
Exactly.
And you can observe it, but you don't have to get sucked into that storm, right? You don't have to get sucked into that whirlpool.
Exactly.
So find that I, nurture it, care it, bring it to the forefront every day. Honor it, and and join with these other eyes that are here to make a difference, and here to step into a reality that we all prefer and enjoy.
And share it on the pages, because you might find that there's a lot of other ones that are on the same level.
Yeah,
have like ideas, and you might be stuck on a particular area, and they might have the answer because they've already made it past that. I mean, that's what this is all about. This is a community.
Yeah, and a very active one, by the way, which we really appreciate. And so that's our stream for today, everyone.
That is it.
Thank you so much for joining us, sticking around, playing full out. We really appreciate it. Remember to continue to give us those comments and emojis to let us know when you're enjoying our content. And if you feel so inspired, as Rosh mentioned, we appreciate it if you share with all your team members and gift them some opportunities to develop more zest and enthusiasm for life, for living as their true authentic selves. Be well, everyone. We dare you to go out and artfully design your reality that you desire.
Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for being here, and we will see you either on Saturday or next week. And also remember the YouTube channel. You can check out the time clips playlist. Yep. It's going to be fun to have some stuff there. All right. Yep. Be well, everyone.